I call her G.I. Jane. She was wearing that tank top and army fatigue. Some cute little tight shorts. A little buff. I said, G.I. Jane. Then after I got talking to her more and noticing she's as much active as me, I said, G.I. Mary Jane. Shit.
What's going on, guys? Commander-in-Chief G.I. Mary Jane here. Last time you saw me, I was making my way back from Mississippi, where I was standing in solidarity with We Are the 74 as they demanded their medical cannabis freedom. For those of you who aren't aware, 74% of Mississippi voters said yes to medical cannabis in November, but the Supreme Court and the governor are blocking its passage. So these guys are a little upset. If you want to learn more on that, go ahead over to my playlists after you subscribe and check out the We Are the 74 playlist to get caught up to date. But on my way back to Arizona from Mississippi, I did pass through 3 new medical markets. Arkansas, Oklahoma, and New Mexico also passed bills. New Mexico passed a recreational bill that doesn't actually take effect until April 1st, right in time for 420. But I was curious to see if any of them had reciprocity, and I got mixed information online. I read on Weed Maps that Arkansas and Oklahoma did have reciprocity. But when I got there, called the dispensaries, turns out you have to call the state in advance. You have to get a temporary medical card that lasts 30 days. It takes like 2 weeks to get through this whole process, and it costs anywhere from $50 to $100 depending on what state. So not really reciprocity the way that we like to see it. But good news, New Mexico did have reciprocity. I was able to walk right into the dispensary, no questions asked, and pick up 2 grams of this beautiful flower called acid. So are you guys ready to do some acid with me?
Where to find place.
We're gonna do the real stuff on another video. Perhaps for those of you who don't know, I also sit on the board of directors with the Libertarian Party Psychedelic Caucus, because not only does cannabis heal you, but psychedelics do too. But for the meantime, we're going to run this acid through the Leafly strain review. Again, you allocate 20 points to each different category: appearance, aroma, cure, smell, and effect. Add them all up at the end.
Math is so much fun for everyone. Math. Yeah, math.
So without further ado, let's go ahead and crack this baby open, and we'll start with appearance. Now, I will tell you, this stuff was like $12 a gram. It was absolutely insane. I only picked up 2 grams because I didn't want to go crazy. The medical market in Arizona and the rec market are not much better, but I can still pick up an ounce for like $160 in Arizona. So there was no point in this. This is prepackaged flour. Not really a huge fan. I prefer my flour deli style because as the bud tender is opening and closing that jar, it's actually working the cannabis through a cure process and enhancing the organoleptic compounds inside. Look that one up. But let's start with appearance. Oof. Okay, so this was prepackaged. Wow, this is... Sorry, guys. This is multiple buds, but since it was prepackaged, it's all stuck together. Pretty gross. Another reason why I'm a fan of deli style, because your flour comes to you in nice, big, fluffy portions, not this compressed, stuck together mess. But let me try to, let's see, here's a bud. And this is cool. I'm able to check this out in the setting sun. By the way, I'm about to go get my hair cut. Since I got home from Arizona, I've been so busy with Homefront Battle Buddies, the nonprofit organization that facilitates natural healing retreats for veterans in the mountains of Arizona. But I've been so busy that I haven't even been able to crack this open. So I've been holding on to this acid for a whole week. And you get to try it with me right now. and then I'm going to get a haircut. And when I'm done getting my haircut, I'm going to come back and let y'all know how it feels. But let's start with appearance. Again, we allocate 20 points to each category. For appearance, I'm going to have to give this a 10. I mean, this is, to me, what average looking weed should look like. It's not great. Maybe it looks better. Maybe this had the potential for 12 or 13 before it was squished into this tiny package. But the way that it came to me, definitely a solid 10. It's absolutely, unfortunately, average. But fortunately, not below average. So, yeah, right? Second category. Let me put this down here. Second category is aroma. It doesn't really have much of an aroma. Or do I have COVID? No, I don't. I definitely am not sick. Plus, I don't know. I heard that cannabis helps fight off a lot of cold symptoms. So maybe this is the perfect vitamin. But no, smell. This really doesn't have a smell. I'm kind of disappointed. I mean, from what I can smell, it's kind of peppery, which is good. It means it's probably got a pretty high caryophyllene content. Unfortunately, the terpene profile is not printed on the label. But the smell is very peppery, very earthy, but very faint. Definitely below average. I'm sorry, guys. I was really hoping to bring you something better than this, especially at $12 a gram. 10 for appearance. Aroma, 8. I mean, it's totally below average. Christ, a cop wouldn't even smell this in my car. Oh, by the way, did you see I had a run-in with the fuzz in Oklahoma? That's right. Your girl just had a run-in with the boys in blue in this Walmart parking lot right here in Oklahoma. So anyway, at least that ended with the maintaining of my freedom. Or I wouldn't be here talking to you right now. Yes, I would, because would have ended up in holding for about 24 hours until I saw a judge, and all of that would have gotten thrown out because cannabis has been decriminalized in Oklahoma, so possession of personal amounts is a simple misdemeanor. I digress. Let's move on to, see, we did appearance, we did aroma, cure. I'm really picky about my cure, you guys. If the cure isn't right, if it's too dry, if it's too moist, then the medicine inside is not at its full potential. And me as a medical patient, I need that. I'm not just looking for THC. I'm really looking for the terpenes and other cannabinoids within this plant. So the cure is very important to me. I'm very picky about that. Let me grab my rolling tray here. Thank you, Linda Biggs, for my oh so awesome van rolling tray. Amazing activist in the Maryland cannabis community. Again, I'm babbling. I really need some of this. I'm totally losing my focus. In regards to the cure, this is dry as a bone. Oh, man, I am so sorry, guys. I wanted to pick you up some fire. I'm disappointed in myself, and I'm disappointed in the bud. This bud's very dry. There's no stickiness on my fingers. It's way past how dry it should be. Again, it sat in my vehicle for a week. But climate controlled. It didn't get too hot or too cold in here, and it wasn't a sealed package, so it shouldn't have lost too much integrity. But this cure is, in my opinion, unacceptable. 6 for the cure. Oh gosh, you guys, I feel like I may have come across my lowest reviewed strain since I started reviewing strains back in 2016, and on the special reciprocity edition, come on. Out-of-state patients deserve better than this. In-state patients deserve better than this. This is already going to be in the unremarkable category. I mean, even, where are we at? 10 plus 8 plus 6, carry the 2 plus it's 24. So even if it got 20 points for each additional 2 categories remaining, it would only put it at 64. So this is going to be unremarkable before we even get there. But I'm going to get there. Might as well let you guys know what it's like so you can decide if you're ever in New Mexico's market, whether or not you want to pick up this strain acid. So on to the taste test. Let's hope this is delicious. I really do hope it's delicious. Fingers crossed. Oh, you know what? It actually is delicious. Yeah, there's a bit of a melon undertone. It's real sweet. Is it weird? And I've never really tasted this in a strain before. It almost tastes like a honey chai. Wow, this is really good tasting. They've definitely redeemed themselves in the taste. It's very smooth too. I'm shocked for as dry as it is. See, the thing is, the terpenes and cannabinoids within this acid, this cannabis strain called acid, could be even more potent if this had gotten a proper cure. And who knows if it was harvested at the right time. You know what? Before we move on, let's take a look under that microscope. It's always great to see that on a molecular level. Do I know what all those little dots are? No. Maybe I should look into them. But you can see on bad strains how they're like, those bubbles are bursts. And that's not the case here, which is a good thing. Yeah, this taste is pretty solid. So acid has redeemed itself in its taste. I'm going to do 18 for taste. It's pretty delicious. So right now we're at 42 overall. The highest score acid can get is 62. But we'll see what the effect is. I'm going to smoke this down. I'm probably going to smoke another one down. I'm going to go get this rat's nest taken care of. I don't even know what's going on here right now. I feel like Prince Valiant, and it's just not a great look. So I'll be back in a little bit with some new hair. The sun will be down, so some new lighting. I'm going to head on down the road, sit in that chair for a minute, let this kick in, and I'll be back, and we'll see where acid fares up. Hey guys, I'm back. How do you like the hair? I'm digging it. Anyway, so acid has totally redeemed itself in the smokability. The flavor, that is, and the overall effect. I mean, I was super chatty with this hairdresser. I had never met her before, and we were just chit-chatty. It was a great experience. I felt very creative, very uplifted, very focused. It makes sense that we saw all those red hairs under the microscope because that's indicative of a sativa, and that's exactly what feeling I got from this acid. So overall, that puts us at 60 points because I'm going to give acid 18 for overall effect. That still puts this strain altogether in the unremarkable category. Sorry guys. Again, if this were on sale for $80 to $100 for an ounce, I would absolutely pick it up. It smokes great. It tastes great. It just doesn't smell. It doesn't have the cure. It doesn't have the look because of the pre-packaging. If this were a strain from a deli dispensary, if it hadn't been pre-packaged and if the cure was right, it would probably have smoked so much better. Again, it smoked great, right? But that being said, this could be phenomenal, but it's not. So try harder, New Mexico. I know you have a new market. I've got great high hopes for what's to come in New Mexico. Again, their recreational market opens April 1st, right on time for 420. And who knows, maybe I'll head back and see if things got any better. But until next time, kids, remember first to subscribe and always pass joints, not judgment. We're in this together.
I'm the Commander-in-Chief, and I approve this message. Visit platoon420.com today and take the pledge. I will stand tall in the face of tyranny for the best interest of myself and my community. I denounce the archaic drug laws that have made victims of people they were written to protect, and I will not support any legislation that regulates what a person puts in their body.